Good day, YouTube. This is just a bit of a look at the latest release of MX Linux 19.1, so latest release there. Now, as a bit of a summary here, MX Linux is a bit of a mid-weight Linux operating system based on Debian stable and using some of the core antics components with additional software created and packaged by the MX community, basically there. Now, at a bit of a glance here, you will see that it is a bit of a lightweight looking operating system itself. The reason why I'm doing this video is, although I don't have a great deal of experience on it, it is considered to be one of the most popular versions of Linux, if not the most popular. I'm not quite sure why, but we'll have a look here now. Now, the desktop environment itself is running on the XFCE desktop environment, so also another mid to lightweight desktop environment there. It's used on a few different bits and pieces of operating systems, but yeah, there it is. The file manager there as well is, or the window manager, also known as, is the Thunar window manager. So it is known to also be a fairly mid to lightweight file manager there. Still fully functional, does everything that you want it to do, but yeah, there we go. If we were to move on a little bit and have a look at the kernel. Now, the kernel is a little bit older, to be honest. It's 4.19. Now, it is correct to say it is older, but it is still a long-term service kernel, which means it still does get all the latest security updates. But in terms of software, now the reason why it is an older one is because it is based on Debian here, this operating system, which means it's based on a stable backend release, but sometimes some of the kernel components for latest graphics drivers and CPUs aren't in there, or not all the way there, but it's less likely to crash, long story short there. Moving on, in terms of the apps, not something that I would overly get into because you can download whatever you want really on Linux here from any operating system to another, but it does have its fair share of development accessories, games, graphics apps, Explorers, Internet Explorer style, Firefox, that kind of thing there, Thunderbird for your email clients, multimedia apps, and the list goes on and on. The least of which is all the Office apps there as well. So all open source stuff, well, at least for the most part there. So plenty of good stuff really to get you going too. Well, let's just have a bit of a look at the RAM usage. Pretty low, 570 meg of RAM, which is pretty good. So nothing's really loaded here. It's just booted straight off the bat there. So uptime 14 minutes and idling pretty good on the CPU there as well. Now I do like the backdrop here, pretty cool. So it's showing you the hard drive space left, the memory usage, the CPU, so you can see that changes. So that's quite nice to see there as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. I think I'm going to leave it there. So this is a sort of, like I said, a bit of a mid-weight distribution based on the stable Debian backend. So, and apparently one of the most, if not the most popular versions of Linux. Not the prettiest though, definitely, and yeah, not the finest, but it doesn't do too bad, that's for sure. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, subscribe, and all of those nice things.